Okay, I'm back, you guys. Eyes and Ears Tactical. Before I get started, hey, if you want to support the channel, buy a patch. Hit my Instagram, Eyes and Ears Tactical. DM me, and then I'll get your information and mail you one out. Thanks to those who already bought one. Also, if you're interested in buying an outstanding gun cleaner, check out SE14. I'll put a link to the store in the description on Amazon and a discount code for you. And a big shout out to Vedder holsters, Skylar. If you're interested in buying a Vedder holster, use my discount code. I'll put it in the description and a link to the store. They'll take care of you. Good people over there. And a big shout out to Freedom Brothers Armory and Gus We Trust and Daniel and all the guys out there been taking care of me. If you're in the New Orleans metro area, check those guys out. They got everything you need over there at Freedom Brothers Armory. So yeah, man, I'm back here with this video talking about Glock 34, Glock 35, Glock 34 9mm, Glock 35 40 cal Smith & Wesson. As I said in the previous video, the summer of 25 is about upgrading my Glock pistols to Gen 5s and also picking up some Glocks that I always wanted to get, not necessarily need them. Did I really need a Glock 35? No, I didn't need a Glock 35. I got a Glock 23. What's the big deal? It's just a longer slide. But I always wanted it. So that's where we're at right now, summer of 25. Upgrading and what I want. The hell with need. Getting old, so I might as well start getting the stuff that I want, that I like to have fun shooting. Did shoot this thing right now. Looking at about a couple hundred rounds through it right now. It shoots really smooth. That long slide just kicks in, makes it the impulse recoil just go away. Makes it very flat shooting, very accurate. Outstanding firearm. Glock 34, man, what can you say? That's the cheat code right there. That's the one. If you ain't a good shooter and you pick up that gun and shoot, you automatically became wide earth. I mean, it is a really, really easy gun to shoot. You can shoot it fast, super accurate. You know, I don't even got a MOS system on that one. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I had that first. No regrets in buying that firearm. Outstanding firearm. You know what I like about these full-size pistols is they're easy to operate. You got a lot of mag support. I mean, for the 34, you can get the 33 round sticks right here. For the 34, you got the 24, the Kobe's. You got these are the Larry Birds right here. Okay, and then you got the Kobe's right here, the 24s, and then you got the Clyde Drexlers for the Glock 35. So mag support is no problem at all. And then you can run your 17 mags, and you can run your 15 round Glock 22 mags in there. So these guns are awesome. This is the most recent one, Glock 35. This is carried by SWAT for the most part. Anybody knows that? SWAT carries these for the most part. That is not a comp right there. Comp, so that's a cut out. Dang, I didn't do no comp. I hear people saying comp. No, port. It's a ported slide. No, it's not ported. That's just a cutout. That was just there to relieve the pressure off of it so it can cycle reliably. It's a cutout. It's not a port. The barrel's not ported. It's just a cutout. So people need to stop saying crazy stuff. But yeah, so I got, got this Marigold sight, tall sights. Turn on the dot real quick. There we go. And so you get a nice little cold whiz, lower third cold witness. I'm getting better with the dot thing now, man. I went to the range yesterday and shot my Glock 23, Glock 19, and then the Glock 35, and man, I got better shooting the red dots. It's just, everything's better when you don't film. So this is sweet right here. This is a clear firearm, They got the 15 plus 2 on there. There's nothing in there. So yeah, man. Glock 35, man, this is a badass gun right here. This is how it looks with the Clyde Drexler. That's how it looks with the Clyde Drexler. I got the 1 medium back strap on there. Yeah, man, this thing is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet firearm right there, man. So I'm glad I bought that. It's worth every penny. It's everything I thought it was going to be. It's shot great. I see why SWAT carries it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't missing with that baby right there. 40 cal, and that comes with that packs a punch coming out of that 5.6 1-inch barrel. I mean, that thing's really coming in hot, and it's going to impact really, really devastating with some hollow points. And here's the Glock 34. Again, it's not a comp, just a cutout. Basically, relieve that pressure to let that thing cycle reliably. Got extended controls. Now this is the one I'm gonna upgrade to. I came to the conclusion I'm gonna trade this in and get the Glock 34 Gen 5 MOS, so everything can be kind of, you know, in par with the latest and the greatest. Much as I don't want to get rid of this thing, I'm going to though. But this trigger, it comes with a good trigger already. I mean, look at this thing. Here's your take up. Not too spongy. Pretty awesome trigger, man. So everything's upgraded on this gun for the most part. It was made for competition shooting. Both of these were made for competition, but they have many applications they can be used for. But that was what they were going for was that for competition for the most part. So Glock 34 is this is the truth right here. This is the truth right here. Badass gun right here, man. Like John Wick. Whew. Pressure right here. You ain't missing with this. You know, it's a Gen 3. I shaved the finger grooves off, but it just gives it a better feel. I don't want to get rid of this thing, but I do want the MOS version though. After having now I got everything MOS 23 to 19, 35. It just makes sense to go ahead and trade this in and get this MOS too. So that's what I'm gonna do next week. Go ahead and trade this in and get the 34 MOS. Outstanding firearms. Both of them are exactly the same. Exactly the same. This is how this looks with the Larry Bird in there. That's how that looks with the Larry Bird. It's a badass gun, man, let me tell you. If I had to just have one Glock, be stuck with it, it'd be the 34. I wouldn't even be crying. I'd just be, it's okay, I only got one Glock. And that's with the Kobe Bryant 24 rounder. Badass guns right here, boy, let me tell you. So that's the plan, is to upgrade, get this upgraded to the Gen 5. I'm already cool over here. So we already cool over here. That's what they look like. Side by side. Pretty much the same firearm. Just the cutout is a little bit, you can see it's a little bit bigger on the 34. That's the 34 right here. That's the 35. And you see that cutout is a little bigger than this cutout. So they cut more material out on the 34 than they did on the 35. Outstanding firearms right here, boy, let me tell you. I see why SWAT and U.S. Marshals and Border Patrol guys, they roll with these. Now, I know Border Patrol, they roll with the 17s and the 19s also, but SWAT, they fuck with they definitely mess around with the 35s and the 34s, but mainly SWAT rolls with the 35s. But man, these are some sweet firearms. The collection is getting more refined. It's getting more, how do you say, upgraded, so to speak, and everything getting more uniform, kind of locked in, everything the same, kind of how I like it. I notice people like to buy guns all over the place, Canik, CZ, Ruger, the RXMs and all that. Man, I ain't mad at nobody. That's one thing I don't do. I don't hate on people because they want to buy different firearms. I mean, if I wasn't, man, I'm just being honest with you, if I wasn't such a old school dude, I can name 7 guns on the market that I would I would love to have. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I'm so old school, and I don't want to buy different mags, and I don't want to buy different holsters. And I got Vedder looking out for me, sending me holsters for all my guns, so I don't have to even buy holsters no more. And you know, I got SE14 hooking me up with gun cleaner. I ain't got to buy gun cleaner no more. You know, I got all kind of companies sending me plate carriers and lights and optics. Zulisi, shout out to Zulisi, got the Oak Plus on there. They sending me optics. I don't have to even buy the optics, and so I just feel blessed for a small gun tuber that only been doing this for 2 years. I know my YouTube channel says 2011, but I wasn't even doing YouTube gun tube in 2011. That's just when I launched my account. I used to have a podcast called not a podcast, but I did a show called The Glue. I used to interview people, and that's when I launched my YouTube channel. But I put most of it on Facebook now. But anyway, I'm digressing. But my point is that just to be blessed to have companies looking out for you, and other gun tubers sending you stuff and helping you out because you're a genuine person. And I send a lot of stuff out too. Some people may not know that. I'm not gonna name no names. People I send stuff to, but a lot of people will tell you I've sent stuff to people before too. So it's not like I'm just receiving stuff and not giving back. I send stuff out. If I don't need it, I'll send it to somebody else. Hook them up and help them get their stuff going. But so I feel like my channel was built off Glock pistols, so to speak, and I didn't really feel like it was a need to really change, because when you go search around gun tubers, if you try to keep up with everybody who's buying different guns, man, you'll be broke first of all, and then you will be disappointed, because what a lot of gun tubers don't tell you, when they have malfunctions and problems with these pistols, they don't tell you about it, especially if they got the gun sent to them or they got a sponsor from them. They ain't gonna say nothing about the hiccups and the problems. And that's why I like guys like the Alerts on TV and other guys, 28 Ninja, and I know Citizen to a Citizen, shout out to Surge, Citizen to a Citizen. He would buy stuff and be like, oh man, this was trash, this thing didn't work right, and all this kind of stuff. And so I like that genuine reviews when people do that. Or even an honest outlaw, like he'll buy something, they'll send him something, he goes, hey, I'm just gonna tell you the truth about this gun. And so that's just kind of how I look at it. Like, I jumped into Glock pistols and they've been reliable for me. I still got one more I want to get. I really got 2 more I want to get. I ain't even gonna make it a mystery. I want to get the Glock 17 MOS version, because that was the first Glock that I ever bought, and then I got rid of it, and then I felt bad all that time. But when I got the Glock 19, it made me forget about it. But now it's like I was in the store the other day and I picked up the Glock 17 MOS Gen 5. I was like, golly, this thing is the truth. And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. And then I'm gonna get the Glock 44, the 22 caliber one. I just feel, I shoot 22, I like 22, and I feel like, man, I should just get the Glock 44, because when I train with the 22, it's the same size as the Glock 19. So that muscle memory, that control is all locked into one. Because my 1911 ain't nothing like a Glock. And that 1911 22 LR by GSG, whoo, that's a badass 22. It runs great. But I think I'm gonna get the Glock 44 too. So those are the 2 upcoming ones. I know people saying, why you don't get the 43X? Well, I had shot the 43X, and I'm not here to clown the people who bought a 43X, because Lord knows there's a whole culture of 43Xers that don't say nothing bad about that gun. But me, I didn't like it. I ain't gonna make this a long conversation about it. I did not like the way it felt. It was too slim. I didn't see the point behind having something that had less than 15 rounds, and you want me to go buy a shield arms mag and buy a shield arm mag release and do all that. Man, I don't even modify my Glocks. My Glocks all stay stock, all of them. I don't do nothing to them. All I do to them is use a weapons light on it, an optic, maybe some Talon grips, and change the sights. I don't do no trigger dump. I don't do none of that stuff, man. So what the hell am I gonna buy a 43X and then do all those modifications to make it be a Glock 19 basically, but a slimmer frame? It makes no sense. That gun made no sense to me when they put that gun out. But hey, man, to each his own. Now, now let's get down to the micro compact Glock models. Have nothing against them too. The 26, the 27. I had the 29. I got rid of that 29. I traded that in, put that toward my Z-Pap. That gun was sacrificed for a Z-Pap 92. You know what I'm saying? So got 400 for that on trade-in. Put that 400 down for a Z-Pap. paid the rest of the Z-Pap off, and there we go. So that's what happened to the Glock 29. I didn't have no reason for it. And then, you know, I thought about getting the Glock 30, but I got the Glock 21. What the hell, man? You know, so my theory was like, hey, got rid of the Glock 29 10 mil, go get a Glock 20 conversion barrel 10 millimeter, slap it inside the 21. Now you got you the Glock 20, you ain't tripping, right? So that's my theory behind all these Glock pistols. And to be honest with you, the 21, I think I can stick a 40 cal barrel in there too. So that's kind of like the unicorn. You can do a lot of things with that too. But I know definitely you can put a 10 mil barrel in the Glock 21. So I'm pretty much not gonna do the micro, the 26 to 27. I was gonna buy a 27 a while back. Sleep Soul BK Fly, I know this story. I ordered it and they fucked it up, and then they had to wait and all this kind of stuff. And then by the time they kind of got it all back together, this was in California, I told man, fuck that gun, I don't even want it now. So I sent it back, give my money back, because they messed the whole order up, and it was crazy, man. So yeah, the 26 don't really need that because I converted my Glock 19. And the only reason why I'm not getting a 26, the 26 might be, well, you know, might to it. I think it's the unicorn of all the Glock pistols. And not only for really one reason, is because it takes everybody's magazines. But me, I don't really need it, because if you follow my channel, I had took my old, you know, I upgraded all my old Glock Gen 3s to 19 to 23 and all that. But what I didn't do, I didn't sell my Gen 3 Glock 19, because if you follow my channel, I did a incredible modification to it some time back, and I was like, man, you know, because I was gonna trade it in. I was like, well, why am I gonna do that? And after I did all that work, they ain't gonna want it anyway. So this is basically what I did to my Glock Gen 3 19. Shout out to Zulus Optics, you know, providing me with the optic again. I don't have to even buy optics no more. You know, Siley, shout out to you guys. You guys sent me some stuff too. Shout out to them, O Hunt, everybody. A lot of companies send me optics, but I'm really digging these Zulus Optics and Siley. But yeah, I cut this down, and this is a Strike Industry slide. And basically now I got this is a 26 lower. It's basically a 26 lower with a 19 upper. So this is kind of like a unicorn of a 26. So I don't really need it. And I don't get the Indy controls, but I get to run the small mags. You know what I'm saying? I get to run the small mags. I can put 33s up in here. That'll be real obnoxious. You can put a 33 up in there. You see what I'm saying? So this gun is a unicorn, you know. You can do that. I can throw the other magazines up in here, the 19 round magazines. And then I can roll the 15 rounders up in here too. 15s. I mean, this thing is really unlimited to what you can do with it. And that's the reason why I was so interested in having a 26, was because of that. But then when I sat back one night and saw a video on how you can chop these things down, I was like, forget that, I'll just chop it down. I got a little old Olight Valkyrie. And like I said, it takes everybody's magazines. So it makes it really an awesome shit at the fan type firearm. So, and then that's how it looks with the 19. You put the X grip sleeve on there, and then you just pop that baby right up in there. So this is what makes this firearm very, very unique. Very, very unique. And what I like about it, why I didn't want to get rid of it, is because that's the Strike Industry slide, but I still have the original slide, and I was like, I didn't want to get rid of it because it's kind of like it was the one that I originally bought from the Glock store in San Diego when the Glock store was in San Diego. And so here go my original slide right here. This is the original parts up in here. Tungsten, the spring, guide rod, barrel, everything is original Glock, except for the sights. These are true glow. So I literally have a Gen 3 slide still in my possession, so I can always just put that on there, and I can run it without the MOS system. So this 19 will probably, this is never, probably it's never will leave my collection. This is the one that I bought originally, and the way I'm gonna keep it, and it's a great way to carry too, because it's shortened that grip profile down right there. And this is a +2 extension, so this is a 12-round magazine right here. That's not bad, man. It's not bad. You know what I mean? And I already got holster support too. So, and I know it wasn't about this firearm, but I just wanted to point that out, that that's what I'm doing on my journey of upgrading all my Gen 3 models to Gen 5. I know Gen 6 is going to be rolling out pretty soon, and I don't want to be stuck in the Gen 3 world, primarily, not because of reliability, don't get me wrong, just because I'm a lefty, and as you can see, this one doesn't have the controls on that side. So I have to manipulate everything like this, dropping the mag with the trigger finger, and all the weird stuff you got to do to rack it and and lock the slide back. You got to do it like this, and then you got to use your trigger finger to drop the slide, and it's real hard because it doesn't give you much to work with. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you, why the Gen 5 is almost like mandatory for lefties to go ahead and get into that world. But man, I didn't want to make this video too long, but I just want to let you guys point that out. The Glock 35, preferred by SWAT. Glock 34, more of a competition type shooting gun. Both these guns can be concealed carry. There's no reason why you cannot carry them. I have holster support to carry either one of those guns right there. And that's the beautiful part about me staying with Glock. I didn't have to really buy any nothing new, because this is runs off the TLR7. This runs off of the TLR1, so that's how that looks. Ooh, and you got your mag carrier right there. So I can carry this. This is the same size as a 1911. So if you can carry 1911, you can carry a Glock 34 or a Glock 35. There's no reason why you can't do it. Yep. And that's the same thing goes for this gun right here. It just goes right on up in there. Same. See what I'm saying? So I can carry either one of these if shit hit the fan. If I had to roll out, if I had to stick one of these in my pants, I feel very confident pulling out. And plus, when you reach down to grab, you got a full grip. You ain't gonna have to adjust your grip. So this is definitely an awesome setup, man. So something to think about if you're looking at full-size firearms. Like, I mean, you definitely will not go wrong with these two right here. And like I said, many applications you can use these on. Many applications. So this might, now that I'm in a cold weather state, so to speak, sometimes it gets cold in Louisiana, these might be my winter carries, like moving forward. I might carry one of these in the winter time just to have. Anyway, man, let me know what you guys think about this. My setups, my 34, my 35, comments. I don't care if they're negative, you don't like Glock, whatever, blah, blah, blocky, chunky, ugly. Well, I'm skinny, black, I'm ugly too, so maybe we're a match made in heaven. So anyway, man, let me know what you guys think about this. If you want some gun cleaner, check out the link in the description. Need a good solid holster, many different holsters. Check them out. You're in the New Orleans Metairie area. Check out Freedom Brothers Armory. If you want to buy a patch, hit up my Instagram. Definitely follow the page. Eyes in There's Tactical. Hit the DM me and I'll get one out to you. Anyway, man, everybody stay blessed, stay safe, and catch you on the next one. Peace.